Aloha everyone, and welcome to another Tinkers Academy video. I'm your host Kay Elmer, and this video is the first installment in a new video series I'm creating called Welcome to LeelaQ. And what I'm trying to do is create a bunch of different little videos that answer the most common and frequently asked questions in Telegram from new and old customers alike, so that you can kind of have all of this information just at your fingertips whenever you need it. Okay, so this is the introduction video for anyone who's new to Leela Quantum Tech, who wants to know, where do I find information and how do I get help? All right, so here we go. So the first thing I want to kind of clarify one thing is that the idea behind LeelaQ is that there's three basic things that are being offered on the market. One of them is actual quantum devices, which are physical devices that you would buy, like a water bottle or a capsule, those kinds of and blocks and things like that, that you actually want to have a device at home that you can play with. Okay, and then there's another one called the quantum upgrade, which is a quantum service that sends quantum energy to you, your phone, your car, your home, that sort of thing, and so that you don't have to necessarily have a physical device to experience the benefits of quantum energy, but you can actually have it just sent to you through a subscription. And the third one is an actual service called TraumEZ, which is a whole separate service. It's a third service, and that's for people that are interested in trying to work on trauma and try to release that and do that kind of trauma work. So let me kind of walk you through the three. Now this is just an overview. There'll be a separate video on how to decide what's best for you, but this is the overview. Now this is Leela Quantum Tech's website. This is the device site. So anything you want to know about devices, all the different things you could buy, that physical things you could buy, you're going to find it here on this site. And of course, this is where you would purchase them. This is the quantum upgrade website. Same thing for the service that I just described. And of course, you've got the TraumEZ harmonizer, and that's the third service. So just keep in mind that when anyone refers to, or when I specifically refer to LeelaQ, I'm talking about all three of these wonderful, services and products. Okay. Now, the next thing that you are probably most likely going to run into, if you have a question. So the way that you would want to reach customer support is through the website or via email. You can email them directly, or you can use Telegram. So let's walk you through that. So this right here, again, is the Leela Quantum Tech website. And if you want to reach one of the customer support people, you go ahead and you click on About Us, you click on Contact, and you're going to get prompted with a form you can fill out, which will send them a little form into their email box. Or if you just want to email them directly through your Gmail or whatever, here's the email address right here for Leela Quantum Tech. Now, this is for the devices. Now, if you've got the service and you've got a question, same thing, click on About Us here. You can click on Contact right there, and you're going to get prompted with the same form you can fill out, or you can just email them directly. Now, it's a different email address because there's different teams that support the service versus the devices, okay? Now, the one thing about TraumEZ I do want to point out is that it doesn't have a contact form or a contact email, and if you had questions about TraumEZ, you would get a hold of them through the Telegram app. Now, let's talk about the Telegram. A lot of the interaction between customers and Leela Quantum Tech is done through Telegram. It's a direct messaging, one of those social media applications that's primarily for messaging. Now, there's different groups that are set up on Telegram for customer support. And the three groups on Telegram are, and this is for the English-speaking market, is the Quantum Power Group. That's the devices. Then there's the Quantum Upgrade Community, and that's for the service. And then there's the TraumEZ community, and that's for TraumEZ. Now, if you are in the German market, what Leela has done is they've combined all three into one Telegram group called the Quantum Power Group, and that's in the German language. Okay, so there's English ones. That's just one, general Telegram group for the English folks. The German folks, and then there's three separate ones for the English-speaking folks. And that's basically how you know which group to go into. So let's say you had a question about one of your devices, and so you would want to, if you wanted to just reach out in Telegram, you have three different choices. All you need to do is you go into Telegram and you just type in your question. So let's say I got a question. I just type in my question. Here's my question. And then the main thing that's important is you want to basically tag. And in Telegram, tagging means that you're going to alert the person you want to see that post. So what you want to do is you want to type in the asterisk symbol, right? You see the little asterisk symbol, and then you want to type in Leela. And once you see Leela, then right here is the Leela support, person, the primary person, but everybody also, that works there also works off of this one address. It's a username on Telegram, and so you want to click on it, and that's our famous Emma person. And so if you have a question and you want her to see it, or you want the support people to see it, you make sure to ask your question and then type in at Leela, and then go ahead and click on it. So let me do that again in case that was a little too fast for you. Basically, you want to type in asterisk Leela, and then there's this little list of options, and you would just click on Leela support, and then all you got to do is click the little Telegram icon, and there you got it right there. Now the next time she logs in, she's going to see this and then address your question. Okay, so that's how you do the that's the first way you do it. Type your question and tag. Now I want to go ahead and delete that so that Emma doesn't get confused. The other way to reach out is to go direct message. So if you wanted to direct message anyone that's the Leela support folks, then you want to go ahead and go into your search. Sorry, a little too fast. You want to go ahead on your main menu, click the search icon. You click on that. You type in Leela again, right? Leela. And you're going to see right here, you're going to see Emma, basically, or Leela Quantum Tech support. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. And here's this, I have this ongoing chat. I'm always chatting with her. And then you would just go ahead and just DM her directly. That's direct message Emma and say, hey, I got a question, and then you just type in your post, and then go ahead and then post a question directly to her, and then she will get it directly outside of the group. So if you don't want anyone to read your question, then go ahead and direct message her using the feature I just showed you. And that's how you reach those guys, okay? Now, the other thing you want to know about is resources. So if you're the kind of person, you just have a quick question, or you just want to go look up some stuff, you want some information, not necessarily support, you just want to learn something, or you want to get an answer to a general question, and you don't want to bother anybody at support, which is totally fine. There's different resources that you have at your disposal that I want to, kind of share with you. The first one is and I see this often, is when someone is completely brand new to quantum energy, and they just want to understand, like, what is quantum upgrade, or what is quantum energy? How does it work? That kind of thing. Well, one of the things you could do is you go onto the website. Now, if you go onto any one of the websites, specifically the two, which is Quantum Upgrade, or you go onto Leela Quantum Tech. Now, if you go onto these websites, you're going to see a section here called Media. You'll see that on both sides. Well, it's called Press on Quantum Upgrade, but it's called Media over here on Quantum on the Leela Quantum Tech website. Okay, you click on Media, and this is probably the most informative, section of what if you wanted to just learn in general terms what it's all about. Now, the founder and owner of Leela Quantum Tech, his name is Philip von Holzendorf. That's him. That's my buddy. And so what they do is that he goes on podcasts and interviews, and he gives lectures literally every other week. I mean, the guy is all over the internet. And so they list here the most important ones, the ones that have got the most amount of information, where you can go and click on any one of these and listen to his, listening to him have a discussion with Dave Asprey, biohacking with Brittany. I mean, he's just a wellness mama, you name it. So there's all these different individuals, like, you name it, Ben Greenfield and Luke Story, on all of these different podcasts. Philip has appeared on these multiple different shows, and he's even been on television in Germany. So all of those podcasts and interviews are all right here under Media. So if you are just really new to this and you just want to kind of understand it better, maybe you've heard one, and maybe it might help you to learn, to hear another one, you can go ahead into the Media section, and you can listen to some of those interviews and kind of really get a good overview, because those interviewers are asking a ton of questions. Now, obviously, if you just want information, you can obviously, the websites are there for you. So one of the things about the website, and this is real important for just people who want information, is that there's two areas here that I use, and one of them is called research. Now, if you are interested and you want to know, hey, what's the research behind this? What is the third-party studies? Now, all of these studies have been done by third parties, or independent third parties, whether they're universities or institutions, or just specific individuals out there, like clinicians and scientists, individual. But there's all of these third-party studies that have been commissioned by Leela Quantum Tech on the upgrade service on the devices. Okay, and so you can go to either one of the two sites, and if you want to see the studies about about a quantum upgrade, you would go to the quantum upgrade site, click on research, and you're going to see studies that were done on quantum upgrade. And if you do the same here on the Leela Quantum Tech device site, you're going to find studies on just on the devices themselves. And so that's where you're going to go. And for those of you who are really interested in what does the science say about all this? Because one of the most amazing things about LeelaQ is that they put a lot of their profits back into the science of it and commissioning study after study. There's no less than a dozen studies going on at any given time, and there's well over 60 that have been published to date. So there's a ton of science and a ton of money goes into making sure that what they claim is true, and that you can go ahead and look at the third-party science behind it to see that it's true. Now, I do want to point out that there hasn't been studies done on TraumEZ. That I'm not sure where that stands on the radar, but there's primarily all the studies have been done on devices and on quantum upgrade, and that's definitely someplace that you could go if you want to learn more about the science behind the claims that are being made. Now, the other thing you could do for information about Leela Quantum is that they've got a huge FAQ. So one of the things, if you have information about FAQ, if you go on the LeelaQ website, you look under how it works, and you go click on FAQ, and there is a chock full of FAQs that you can go ahead, and it just goes on and on and on. Just like every other website, they've got a really very well informative FAQ section. Now, if you've got a question about your quantum upgrade and you want to look at the FAQ for that, you click on About Us, and then right here is the FAQs for quantum upgrade. Okay, now there is no FAQ for TraumEZ, but there's a whole nother section I'll show you on where you get more information about TraumEZ. We've done quite a bit of work on trying to make sure that people have access to the information for that. So that's how you would do to get information off the website. Now, there's also tutorials. Now, there's video tutorials are available to you. And so there's two main places where you're going to find video tutorials. One of them is on the Quantum Power channel on YouTube, and this is where the Leela team is putting up all of their videos. You would just go ahead and click on playlists here, and you would just pick whatever product group you have that you're interested in, and you would go ahead and click on that. So if I want to know, if I have a quantum block and I've got some questions, here's the playlist of tutorials about the quantum block. Same thing with the frequency cards, the infinity block, the water bottles, and so forth. Now, the other section you could go to, the other site you could go to for tutorials is my own blog, which is the Tinkers Academy blog. I'm actually an independent third person. I don't work for Leela Quantum Tech. I'm just one of the super users that ended up being an affiliate, and I work with them quite often. So on my Tinkers Academy blog, I've got a section called Quantum Energy right there. And if you click on Quantum Energy, I've combined and basically collected all of the information anyone would ever be interested in about Leela Quantum Tech and quantum energy into one place. So if you got questions about the quantum tech, if there's tutorials for that, now we are working on tutorials for quantum upgrade. Primarily, we've just primarily got tutorials on quantum tech, which is the devices. And if you want access to those, you just go ahead and click on Leela Quantum Tech, and it comes to here's my list of stuff that you want to know about, and you would just go click right here, tutorials by me, K. Elmer. And if you click on that, there's a list of all the tutorials that I've created with Philip or on my own on different quantum blocks, like how to use the quantum block. It's a 4-part series because there's so much information about the benefits of the block and all the stuff you can do with the blocks. And then, of course, I've added a whole series, a 3-part series on my own on how to tinker with them and get the most out of your investment. So there's tutorials on capsules and cards, and then there's tutorials on just general information. So again, if you want information on, if you're the type of person that likes videos, then you definitely want to check out the tutorials on the Leela Quantum Tech YouTube channel, or on my blog. You'll find a full list of all the tutorials there. Now, there's one other place that there is a ton of information, and I created a Leela Quantum Tech quick reference guide. Now, there's links to this. Everything I'm showing you today, there'll be links in the video description. But there's actually a quick reference guide that I created It's quite extensive, and it basically has all the product specifications that you would want, because we get questions from everything from how big is the card exactly, or what is a capsule weigh, what size is the sphere that goes in there, I mean, and how big's the field. I mean, you name it. If you got a question about the product, obviously you can go to the website, but if you can't find the information on the website, then I've got a quick reference guide that's just chocked full of all the information you would want about the product, about charging, how long it takes to charge different things, how to copy frequencies and the different time frames based on what you're copying, how, information all about the quantum upgrade, the LeelaQ frequencies, and information about TraumEZ. And this is where I was talking about earlier about, where can you find more information about TraumEZ? Well, here in the quick reference guide, there's definitely a section for TraumEZ. And let me see if I can find it. It's all the way on the bottom. And there's just some basic information here, but there's tutorials for TraumEZ, okay? And so I'll show you that here. But basically, this is where you would go for all the TraumEZ stuff. And also in the quick reference guide are links to 2 separate documents that are going to list out the descriptions for all of the frequencies available in that, in that area. So if you've got devices, which means that you've got a Leela Quantum Tech card, and then all the frequencies available on the cards are going to be in this link right here. It's on page 14. Or if you've got quantum upgrade and you want to understand what all of the different frequencies are there, you've got this link right here, and it just pops up another document that lists all of the different frequencies under each different bundle on quantum upgrade. Okay, so that's how we would use that. So now going back to the TraumEZ, I want to just make sure I point out that everybody should know. If you go back to my blog and you go to the quantum energy section here, I basically have a Leela Quantum Tech section, a quantum upgrade section, and I've got a TraumEZ section. So if you go to my TraumEZ section on my blog, that's where you're going to get the video tutorials for TraumEZ. Okay, so here you go. You got this. You got the website here, and then you've got the different. It looks like I need to update this link, but you've got the how to subscribe to TraumEZ, how to use it, how to use the different features within it, and then you've got the Q&As that Philip and I have done on TraumEZ. So we've done 5 to 6 different videos now on TraumEZ, and it's just there's a bunch of information for TraumEZ available on this playlist, which is also on my YouTube channel. But I try to keep everything categorized, fairly organized here on my blog. So you can go ahead and find all of these things too. Oh, and I kind of just wanted to mention this too. I forgot to mention this. There's also another set of videos and a playlist called The Benefits of Quantum Healing. So if you're interested in that research that I was mentioning a little early, the science behind it, well, what I've done over the time is I've made separate videos that kind of summarize so that you don't have to read a 30 or 60 page study if that's not your thing. But I do little video summaries of the different studies and also anecdotal information coming from the Telegram users. And so basically, if they put out a study, like most recently, they put out a study on food intolerances. And so I did a video on that. And basically, it just kind of you just click on this puppy, any one of these, and it's going to pop up the, YouTube commercial, but it's going to pop up all of the different things that the studies have shown, or what we've learned from testimonies. Everything on people dealing with allergies, autism, EMF in electric cars, pets, plants. Plants is a real important one too, for those of you guys who are into growing stuff. The effects on sleep and wound healing and even the vax, right? So you can also get a lot of information right there on the video series Benefits of Quantum Healing. And again, you just really kind of want to go to the quantum energy section of my blog, and you can get a ton of video information from a resource perspective. Now, I've also talked about the reference guide. And then the last place you can go, obviously, is going to be Telegram. So let's talk about Telegram for a second, because there's a ton of information on Telegram. So I want to kind of share with you some Telegram tips and tricks on using Telegram to find out more about quantum energy and any one of the products, any one of the services, and so forth. So let me go ahead and pull that puppy back up again. So now, if you have Telegram or you want to engage with other customers, this is where you would go. So now there's great videos. There's just tons of videos on YouTube on how to use Telegram. So just go ahead and check out any one of those, and I'll show you how to sign up and all that stuff. But if you're specific to LeelaQ, now if you wanted to use the the Telegram and you wanted to use the Telegram to kind of find out more information, this is what you would do. So you would go into one of these groups. And so if you're English speaking, you want to go, and if you have a block or a device or so forth, and you want to find out some information. The first thing that I would do is just go into this is your Quantum Power Group, English speaking group for devices, and I would go ahead and just click right here on the three circles and just click search. And then what I can do is I can type in anything. So let's say I'm interested in, I've got a question about sleep. Okay, you're like, how? I just would type in the keyword sleep, and and then I would go ahead and click enter. And right here on the bottom, you're going to see right here, it says, this is number one instance of the word sleep in this chat group out of 1,867 times that the word sleep's been put in there. And, there's a lot. I mean, there's over 80,000 posts. The chat group goes back years. So there's a lot. So it's one of the more difficult ways to find information if you have a generic keyword. But if you have a very specific keyword, then you're probably going to find a lot more information. But bottom line is you would just type in the word, the subject you're looking for, and then right here you can go up and you just go message by message by message, looking for information that has mentioned the word sleep. So if you have a very specific one, it totally works a lot better you're using search than if you just had a generic one. That's just how it works, right? But you can definitely use search. Now, the other way you could use the Telegram group, obviously, is just posting your question in there. And there's just a whole bunch of folks, myself included, that will jump in and help you understand your whatever you're asking about or give you the information you're looking for. So you can definitely go ahead and just post. So you can search, you can post. And then the other thing you could do, and this is something I really want to make sure I mentioned, because not a lot of new people to Telegram realize it, but if you go ahead and click on the title bar of the group, and this is on any Telegram group, you click on the title bar and it's going to pop up this menu here. And right here is where all the information's been kind of, organized for you automatically by Telegram. So now if you just want to see like what's the media, like what kind of photos and videos that people have posted, this thing is got hundreds of really great videos, or not necessarily videos, but pictures of stuff that people have been doing, with their quantum devices. And so, so basically you want to get some ideas on what people have been doing, like this character here, that's my dog. You charged my dog. And then there's other people that, like they had a dog, its back was hurt and they had a capsule and they put it on their dog. There's other videos in here. There's like little short clips of videos from Philip. There's pictures, another one from me again. On this one, I'm helping a dog and kind of talking about it. But then you can also see, like what are people doing in terms of like what else are they charging? What else are they doing? How are they set up their, their quantum blocks? Like here's one here where someone posted this, kind of showing this is how they have it set up if they want to lay in between the plates and charge themselves and that sort of thing. So there's just tons and tons of little videos and tons of pictures in the media section for all those kinds of things that you want to get an idea on how to use your device. Then there you go. Now the other thing too, of course, there's saved messages that that are just it's just something that the administrators want to save the message so you can see what the important ones they are that they want you to see, which are also in the pinned messages, all the different files that have been loaded. So like if you want the quick reference guide, here it is, boom, right there, the quick reference guide version 1.2. That goes to that guide. So you click on files and you can go right to that reference guide and it's going to load right up for you. Okay, just like that, right inside Telegram, in fact. Okay. Now, of course, there's links. So you want to see all the different links that have been posted, all the videos, and you name it, you're going to see all the different links. So that's a really great feature of Telegram. It's got all of these different little options here, media, saved files, links, and so forth that you can go ahead and access just by clicking on the title bar. So that's one place, one more place you can find information. So you could search, you can ask, you can go into the media, you can look up files and links and media. And then the last thing I kind of want to share with all of you folks, especially, for anyone who's interested in the other group. So if you're in the German group and you're interested in the American group, or you're in the American group, or not necessarily American group, but the English speaking group and interested in the German group, one of the things you could do here, so if I click on the German group, okay, and I just want to just check out, like they're really busy today, there's, all these different questions, there's this conversation going on right now. Obviously it's in German, I'm English speaking, and I can't read it, right, because it's in a different language. But there's a way. So what I want to point out is, how do you easily translate if you want to just check out the other group? And so the easiest way to do it, and I want to show you how, is right here. You see these 3 bars on your main menu on Telegram? You would want to go ahead and click on those 3 bars. You're going to pull yourself up. You're going to go into settings, and then you scroll down to language. You click on language, and then you see this right here. It says show translate button. You turn that guy on, and it's going to show translate when you right click. Go back out, and I go back into the German group, or if you're a German, you can set whatever language you want it to translate into. It'll auto detect the language and then translate it into the language of your choice. So I go back into the German group, and I click on the message. You see right here, there's now a translate feature. You can do a translate. So you click on translate, and guess what? Telegram automatically translates the message for you, so you can kind of read what they're talking about. Or you could read an answer to your question, whatever. But you can see right here where it automatically translated that post that was written in German into English, so I could read it. And so that's kind of handy. Now, there's another feature in Telegram I do want to mention, that if you wanted to just have the whole thing automatically translate for you without you having to click anything, there's a Telegram Pro for $4.99 a month. I'm not pitching Telegram, but if you pay them $4.99 a month, you can get a translate channel feature where you can just click on a translate the whole channel, and it'll completely turn the thing into whatever language you want to read it. So you don't have to do one at a time. But the free one is one post at a time. And there you go. That's how you do translate. Pretty cool. So anyway, I just want to say, hey, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope this was helpful. Welcome to LeelaQ. Here's all of the things you need to know to get started. So thank you very much, and vielen Dank for watching this video. And again, I want to remind everybody that the link to all the resources mentioned in the video will be in the video description. So all the links will be in there. And if you like this information and you want to see the rest of the videos coming out, please like and subscribe, support the channel, and then there'll be a lot more videos coming forth as I get through all the different content. All right, so you have a great day. Thanks for watching.